Hi you guys, and welcome back to the Crème kitchen. I've got an exciting recipe to show you today, and it involves a sheet pan. It involves a sheet pan, some dogs, and a pizza. So let's get started. Let's start with the dough. Okay, I have a fabulous pizza dough recipe that's in Cookbook 1. You can find that on my website at cremedalacremeomaha.com. Otherwise, if you're in a pinch, you can get pizza dough at Trader Joe's. You can get it at Whole Foods. It comes frozen. That's what I did. This was like 1.5, almost 1.5 pounds. Now that it's at room temperature, I'm gonna spread it on this cookie sheet. You know what, and I think I should probably put some more oil on here. Get that all spread around. And I do have my oven set at 475 degrees. And you want it to get hot and be hot for a while, okay? So it's a good idea once you start doing this to turn your oven on. Look, there's a bubble there now. This kind of reminds me of our focaccia dough that we did on the sheet pan. A little bit. All right, I think this is gonna be good enough for now. And I'm gonna put it in a nice warm place to let it rise and get all bubbly, which by the way, is gonna be by your oven because you're already heating it up for the pizza. Okay, while our dough is rising and our oven is getting hot, we can start the sauce. I'm gonna make it real easy for you guys. I got a can of petite diced tomatoes, okay? 14.5 ounces, 14 ounces, we'll say. Let's put about a tablespoon of olive oil in our pot that's heating up, okay? And now our tomatoes go in. It's over medium heat, and this is plenty of sauce. 1/4 teaspoon oregano goes in. We're just gonna dump and go. 1/2 teaspoon basil. 1/2 teaspoon of granulated garlic. Teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon of sugar. And then of course, some fresh ground pepper. Let's put in about 1/4 teaspoon. Put the lid on, turn it down to about medium low, and we're just gonna let that simmer and let all those flavors combine. Our oven is hot. The pizza dough has all these really cool little bubbles in it. I did kind of stretch it, let me show you. So as I stretched it, some of these bubbles kind of went away, but here's what I want you to do is take a fork and just kind of poke the bottom of it because I want a nice crispy crust. This is not your typical Neapolitan style pizza. This pizza, especially being on a sheet pan, you can load it up with all the toppings you want and it'll feed a crowd. Today though, I'm gonna use pepperoni. So now that I've got all my little pricks in there, I'm gonna put it in my really hot oven for just 5 minutes. We simmered our sauce. It has thickened beautifully. Look at that. So I just shut it off and I let it sit there until it's time to put it on our pizza. And I'm gonna do this in a kind of backwards way, but trust me, it'll work. All right, pizza crust has been in the oven for 5 minutes. Let's take it out. Next is cheese. I have 8 ounces of fontina and 8 ounces of mozzarella. This is not one of the times you would want to use fresh mozzarella. You know why? It's too watery. Not with this pizza, and that's why I kind of pre-baked the pizza crust just a little bit. I'm gonna load this pizza up. Next, our fontina. Love fontina. I got the soft fontina. There is a harder fontina, but for this, I think it melts fabulous. All right, I want lots of cheese and I want the cheese to go all the way to the edge. We have this sheet pan here, right? So here's my fontina going on first. Here comes some mozzarella. So on top of the cheese, we're gonna put our amazing sauce that we made. It's almost like a Chicago style deep dish. The cheese goes on first.
I didn't know that.
Again. It's reduced down so much. I think we're gonna be good. We may not eat pizza any other way, and we all know that's lies. Yeah. It came out of my mouth and I was like, well, that's not true. After our sauce, next goes the toppings. Use any toppings you want, but I'm gonna keep it kind of basic and kind of simple. I love a great pepperoni pizza. Got this from the deli. Let's just layer this on top. Last but not least, freshly grated Parmesan right on top. I'm gonna use a smaller grate size. What do you think, like 2 ounces of this? Just because my arm gets tired. But you can put on as much as you want. You guys, look how gorgeous! Woo woo! You know what would look nice on this? What about a sprinkling of basil on top, right? Look, and it'll give it a little green color. Dried basil on top. Let's put this in our oven. I turned our sheet pan pizza, okay? I added 5 more minutes, so a total of 15 is about what you're looking for. Now, while it's finishing up on its last few minutes, if you want to add a little something to that, how about a little hot honey drizzle? You can either drizzle it on top, dip your pizza in it. My kids love it. Use whatever chilies you want. I'm going to use the Calabrian, right? It's Italian. So I have some Calabrian chili sauce, and I'm just going to eyeball it. You can put as much as you want in. I'll put this in the microwave, get it nice and soft and warm, and then we'll be about ready to eat this pizza. Timer has gone off. Let's get this pizza out. Okay, take note. See the cheese all around the edge? That's exactly what I was looking for. Now it's a little too hot to cut into, so we'll let it rest here for a few minutes. I'll get my hot honey nice and warm, and then we'll eat it. You're gonna love this. The crust is amazing. The cheese that melted all around the corners is fabulous. You guys, you'll love. Put all the toppings you want because it's a sheet pan pizza. It can take all that weight and all that cheese. Right. All right. Anyway, you guys, thank you once again for being in my kitchen. Please like and subscribe. I can't wait to see you next week. And by the way, it won't be next week. It'll be the week after next week. And that's the last time we're here. So until then, bye.